So this exercise, as you recall, was to illustrate compound interest. Now we know that the compound interest formula is somewhat complicated. So what we want to do is use simple interest over 4 months or so here to try to calculate the interest that we would earn on this savings account paying 2%. It's $3,000 is the original deposit. We're assuming that was on January 1st of 21. We're also making additional deposits of $100 per month. So remember, what we have to do to calculate simple interest is to take principal, right, times the interest rate times time. And remember, we're using that 3360 method to make the calculations a little bit easier, right? So remember, that 3360 method assumes 30 days per month and 360 days per year. But that is not how savings accounts accrue their interest. But that is used in some notes and other kinds of financial instruments. But to illustrate the point and try to make the concept clearer, this makes the math easier because 3360 can be reduced to 1 over 12. Reduces to 1 over 12. So remember, interest rates are annual unless we're told otherwise. So the interest for the first month here for February, remember they made the initial deposit of $3,000 on January 1st. So we have to take the principal of $3,000, right, times the rate of 2%, which we were given up here. And remember, on Excel, you can't use the X for time. You have to use the asterisk. And we are calculating 1 month of interest. So that's going to be 1 over 12. So that's going to give us $5 in interest for the first month we have this account. And then what we're going to do to get the new balance is take the original principal plus the interest plus the additional deposit we made. And that's going to give us a balance at February 1st of $3,105. Now, the wonderful thing about compounding, if you're a saver, is that the interest you earn becomes part of your principal. So remember, compounding is interest upon interest. So if we were only doing simple interest, we would make $5 a month. But we're not. If we're compounding, our new principal on March 1st becomes $3,105. And now when we calculate the interest for March 1st, it's going to be the $3,105 times 2% times 1 over 12. So that's going to give us $5.18. So it may seem like a small amount, but the point here is that it's more than it was before. If we add another $100, we come up with $3,105 plus $518 plus 100. So on March 1st now we have $32.10.18. So compounding continues to do this. So now we have $32.10.18 as our principal. And if now we do the interest again, we get $3,210.18 times 2% times 1 over 12 again. And we get $5.35. So you see how by compounding your interest, over time you get more and more interest. And so it's a good strategy for long-term savings and investment, right? where you can build interest upon interest. If you have a loan that compounds like this, well, then that's a whole nother issue because you're the one paying it. So it's not so good for you. But if you're saving it, this is a good thing, right? So now we have 33, 15, 53, and we'll do one more month. And again, we have principal, right, of now 33, 15, 53 times rate of 2% times 1 over 12. So now we have $5.53. So as we continue to do this, the interest is going to continue to accrue or to add up. And so this is where compounding can really help you, okay, if you're saving. Now, in this scenario, we're compounding monthly. There are savings accounts, for example, that compound daily. And there are other types of investments that only compound quarterly or semi-annually. So you want to be aware of how often it compounds, because then you can predict, how much money you'll have at the end of a certain time. So if we knew this going in, and we knew we were going to add $100 every month, we knew that on May 1st we'd have $34.2106. Okay, so we could continue to do this. When you do it for a few months, doing it this way is fine. If you were doing it over the long haul, you'd probably want to use an online calculator or a more complicated formula. But this will work for now because it is illustrating the concept. So I thank you for your attention.